Hi, I'm Amethyst DeWilde. I have been on disability support pension since 2004 after a diagnosis of bipolar. I'm a little bit fearful about actually stating that on camera in case they suddenly decide to, oh, let's take it away from her. I know people with the same condition I have now that are on New Start struggling with job search providers, and that's actually actively, it's making them sicker. I was brought up middle class. I had a very privileged upbringing, and it's been, I don't think of it as a come down. I think of it as like a realisation that I've actually joined the rest of the world. People would give me food for my chooks, and I've actually sort of picked through to see if there's anything edible for me that night. Sometimes there was. And at one point I had my Red Joe, my internet, my phone, everything was due on the same week that Mojo had to go to the vet. Of course I picked the vet. But it meant that for 13 days I did nothing. I couldn't go out because I didn't have my car, my Red Joe, my licence. I couldn't ring anyone because I didn't have any credit on my phone. I didn't have the internet, I didn't have the television, and I couldn't read because I didn't have glasses. I literally spent those 13 days in bed, counting down. Yeah, it's very strange. It's like living with a slow dimming of the light, and then you wake up in darkness, and that's just the way it is. I know how lucky I am. I am lucky enough to have an association house that is capped at 25% of my income. Not everyone's got that because public housing is no longer, there is no public housing anymore. They've sold it off. I don't have to live with somebody else. I can live in my house by myself. They are luxuries now. 20 years ago, they'd just be expected. So I do realise how lucky I am. It's been a systemic and intentional increase of punitive welfare. This is meant to keep us down so that we don't fight back. It's meant to keep us stressed and fighting day to day. I mean, if you don't know where your next meal's coming from, you're hardly going to care about who's Prime Minister. Your worry is, what am I going to eat? You know, writing for The Guardian has been one of the greatest things I've ever done. I felt as if I was contributing to the world. You know, I felt as if my perspective and my viewpoint may actually change some minds and make some difference, you know, so that people could see that we are all diminished by this welfare system, not just those who are on it. Every single person in Australia is diminished because of the way we are treating the most vulnerable.